Welcome back, guys. This is going to be another one of my videos where, I'm just talking to y'all. If you don't know who I am, my name's Tyler. I go by Zany online, and I make videos. I'm working on a game, and by working on, I mean I'm procrastinating working on a game called Never Alone. You can check it out over on my Gemini blog. Link will be in the description. Get on Gemini because the web is disgusting and I don't want it. Um, if you're interested in Gemini, well, great. This is a good video for you to be on because I'm going to talk about Gemini and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, for one thing, my channel here, I talk about stuff that I'm interested in. Normally, it's related to Linux and also gaming stuff, but typically revolves around Linux. Here today, it's going to be around Gemini and also some of my other thoughts on the internet and stuff. First things first, if you watch my videos for quite a bit, let me just go ahead and say something. I have found a new font for my terminal. It's called Monofur, and it's sort of got that handwritten style to it, but it's a much more readable than the last font that I was using called Yomogi, which was another handwritten font. This one is much more readable. Still got that playful sort of feeling, so I'm really liking it. Now, what's Gemini and how to use it? Gemini is a protocol like HTML or HTTPS. HTML is really a language, but either way, it's similar to the internet that you're used to. However, it is different. It's a completely different protocol, so you're going to have to use a different or a browser that's meant to use it. You can access Gemini sites in, your big, browsers. You can, most of them probably most of them, if not all of them, have extensions that you can just install and or plugins that will allow you to go to Gemini sites. Gemini is a protocol like HTTPS or HTTP, HTML. Well, it's like the internet, however, it's just plain text. You can, serve pictures, video, and stuff like that. However, it's going to be essentially a download, like a file transfer uh, thing. The browser itself is not going to take care of any of that for you. You're not going to have big bloated websites with a whole bunch of JavaScript effects and everything. It's plain text. It's all just plain text. And so here is my Gemini capsule, which is very basic. For those of you who know HexDSL and his Gemini content, you'll know I'm taking hints from him when it comes to the dating when the creation of the Gemini capsule happened. But you can go and check, like I've got a microblog here, and first and foremost, what am I using here? This is the browser called Amphora. Amphora is a terminal-based Gemini web browser, you could call it, but Gemini client. And oh yeah, I'm trying to use Vim keys to go up in my terminal. What's going on? And you can just run it in the terminal, and here we go. It's super easy to use. I'll go through some of the key bindings right here. B is to go back, F is to go forward, J and K will scroll down and up through a page, and if you press the space button, that's how you get the URL bar at the bottom. And so I could just type in zany.org, and that's going to take me to my Gemini capsule. If I wanted to go to, let's say, HexDSLs, I could type in hexdsl.co.uk, and it will load up his Gemini capsule. And you'll also see it's pretty damn fast. Again, it's just plain text. It's really not hard to serve up a website. Like mine is extremely fast because, especially here on my index page or home page, there's not much going on. But I've got, you can see the numbers behind, next to each of these links. So again, J and K to go down and up through the page. If I press tab, we can highlight different, like it'll go through the links of the page, and highlight them. Shift tab will go back up through there. With it highlighted, I can press enter and it'll actually take me there. And you can see here's my microblog. It's sort of like Twitter, but for my Gemini page. You can also go down here. I've got Never Alone is on here, so you'll actually be able to get information and links, and also some screenshots will be saved here as well. So you'll be able to straight download screenshots of the game from here as well. And then I am working on a Arch install guide here as well. So this is essentially just going to be a carbon copy of the Arch install guide. And again, so I just want to take a whole bunch of useful, information from the web and put it over here on my Gemini capsule as well. So as time goes on, this Gemini capsule will get filled with things like Arch Linux related, Blender related, and Godot related. Those are the 3 topics that I'm looking to fill in here on the website. And as time goes on, I'm sure that we'll get more stuff that I'll get interested in and post here as well. But those are the main 3 things that I'll go in depth on and have plenty of stuff to talk about. It's just great. If I do Control T, that's going to open up a new tab, and then you can do Shift and go through your number keys and go through the tabs. But if we load up a new tab and I go to the seventh link down here, which is Project Gemini, and you'll see they have search engine here on the actual Gemini projects page. And so GeminiSpace.info, this is an actual, Gemini search engine. This is exactly what it sounds like. It goes through and crawls different Gemini capsules and links them here. So you can search different stuff. So if I searched Hex DSL here, we would actually get, it shows us his website, and it's going to show us more stuff that's related to Hex DSL. But again, most of it's going to be from his own Gemini capsule because, that's the most relevant and accurate information. When you search for Hex DSL, you probably want to get his own Gemini capsule. But yeah, so again, the only thing about Gemini is just it's going to take more and more time for this, the Gemini space to become as big as the World Wide Web has become when it comes to information availability. But I'm using Gemini more. I'm still using the web, obviously, for some stuff, but I'm trying to phase it out of my usage more and more. Also, another thing that I'm trying to do here is not care about the production quality. And in me saying that, I do want to go ahead and preface that with, if you really care about the production quality of the content that you're seeing here, and like you don't want to see any videos made with a crappy webcam or anything like that when I'm away from my nicer equipment, let me know. But also just know, when it comes to the stuff that I'm making here, this is a reflection of me and my interest. And so this is not going to be like a sterile production quality, like a production house studio thing going on. This is very much personable, relatable, and hopefully interactable. So yeah, if you're fine with seeing the videos in whichever way they come out, that's good. That's good, because that's essentially how it's going to happen. I'm not really going to care too much about quality. I don't want to make boring videos and videos that just take up useless space, but hopefully my videos are somewhat enlightening and useful. But since we're talking about Gemini, before I completely close off the Gemini discussion, um, real quick, I want to go ahead and say thank you to everybody here who supports my content and everything. I'm going to be uploading this in just 720p, and also just going to go ahead and let you know my days on YouTube are most likely numbered. I've done the thing where I'm like, I'm done with YouTube. I've done that multiple times, and uh, I've always, kept going with YouTube because there's a chance that, it could be monetized and stuff. Um, I'm sort of done with YouTube. So if stuff gets uploaded there, it gets uploaded there. If I decide to live stream to YouTube instead of Odyssey or wherever, um, it happens. But just know, if you want to see all my videos, guaranteed they'll be up on Odyssey. So check the link down in the description. You go over to Odyssey, all of my content and everything will get for sure uploaded to there. And patrons, if you're somebody who, again, supports me, especially with your own money through Patreon, let me just go ahead and say thank you. You're freaking awesome. And let me just go ahead and say, I know I haven't been keeping up my end of the bargain when it comes to Patreon. It's turned out to be something where I don't really want to go ahead and give you exclusive access to like early videos. It's just a hassle to do that. So what I'm going to do is just make a dedicated exclusive video for patrons only. It's not going to be like, like where I'm doing tutorial videos and like part 2 that you're going to need, you're going to have to pay for. Like, I'm not doing like that kind of paywalling crap, but just if you're a patron, if you support me, you're going to get a exclusive video, just for y'all. And if you want to, what I'm planning on doing is in the next patron video, I will ask, what do you want on the next one? So on each patron video, depending on the comments and everything that I get on those, that will determine what I do for the next one. So whatever you guys want to see, you'll get to see. But yeah, sorry for the lack of content over on Patreon. Now, when it comes to Gemini, setting up a Gemini capsule and doing your own thing in Gemini is super simple. And like, let me go ahead and be dead honest. If you want to get set up in Gemini, it is very, very simple. All that you're going to want to do is get an ocean or a digital ocean droplet, or I mean, you can go other places, but DigitalOcean's a pretty good price. For $5 a month, you can get the base, like small version of a droplet, and then I believe comes with 25 gigabytes of space, which is ridiculously too much for a Gemini capsule. Like, again, it's just plain text, so that's a lot of space for just text files. You're going to be fine, and maybe you'll host some video and some photo on there too, but it's not like you're filling out a JavaScript, like website. So again, there's plenty of space. $5 a month, you go get a DigitalOcean droplet. When you make your droplet there, you can choose Ubuntu or whatever you prefer, but it'll default to Ubuntu. You make your DigitalOcean droplet, you've got a public IP. Great. Now go buy yourself a domain. When you buy your domain, you'll have DNS records settings. Click on that setting option after you purchase whatever domain name you want. And then in your A name record, just put in the public IP to your Ocean droplet. There you go. You're almost done. Now you're just going to want to get the AGate server software. And how you're going to do this is, again, don't be scared. This is not going to be it's not going to be complex at all. You're going to want to go into the console of your server, okay? Or excuse me, your DigitalOcean droplet. Duh. Don't let me get things complicated here. Go into your DigitalOcean droplet, and there's a console button. Click that. You're going to get dropped into the terminal of your server. Once you're there, or again, droplet, doesn't matter, who cares. As soon as you're in there, you're just going to want to wget, or you could use a terminal browser while you're inside of that terminal. However you want to do it, you're just going to want to navigate to their GitHub, the AGate GitHub, and go to their releases page, and you're going to download this right here, agate.x86 64-unknown Linux. You're going to download that, and then you're going to use gunzip. You're going to use gunzip to unzip that file, and then you're going then the next thing that you're going to want to do is chmod plus x, and then the name of that agate file. Run that command, and after that, you like that chmod command there makes it executable. Again, for those of you who don't know this, you're as soon as you made that executable, then all you need to do is, again, inside of the console here, before you actually launch up your server, what you want to do is take that file that you've now extracted and made executable. You are going to do make dir, so mkdir. So you're going to make a directory and call it bin. So do that command, and then Gemini, make that folder. Okay, your Gemini folder is where your actual like contents of your website are going to go. Like you're going to have an index.gmi file, and then you might make a log folder and have, you know, like log posts that go in there. You could do a few different things, but inside of that Gemini folder as well, where you will have your index.gmi file. And let's just, I'll go ahead and make one right now, but because it's super simple to make one, but anyway, you would make an index.gmi file inside of your Gemini folder that you'll make after that command. And then in here, again, Gemini is super easy to understand. You might copy and paste or put in some ASCII art here to fill up, because again, if you look over here, like I've got ASCII art up here, and then if we pop down into Neveralone, you'll see I've got a more ASCII art here. So you might, you know, paste in some ASCII art to give the header of your page a little bit more pizzazz. But then for a main header, it's just one hashtag, and then we'll do this is a header, and then for regular just text, you know, again here just regular text, you're just going to type. And then if you wanted to do like a quote, you do that right there. A link, like let's say you want to do a link, and a link is equals, and then that symbol. And then you could link to anything. It could be a regular website link, or it could be a Gemini link. So it could be, you know, my own website, and then saying use website. And again, just space, and then whatever you want to call like the actual website. Because again, if you look, you see I've got home here, and home is to link to the home website. So let's say this was not my index.gmi, like the main homepage for the website, but I wanted to link back to home. How would you do that? Well, you could do /home/ and then excuse me, actually you don't actually even have to do the /home and everything. Don't have to do that. Just do the name of the file. So do /index.gmi, and that would work. And then space homepage. You know, you could do that, and that would work. Two of these is, you know, header 2, header 3. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I've missed? To do bullet quotes, star. So yeah, not too complex, very simple. But you make yourself a, oh, excuse me, I'm still in insert mode, quit. But you would make yourself that index.gmi file inside of your Gemini folder. And then after that, again, you would have your bin and Gemini folder, and then move your agate file that you made executable into your bin folder, and then cd into your bin folder. And then once you're inside of your bin folder, well, I mean, really, you don't have you don't have to CD in there, but anyway, it just makes it easier. You're going to do your dot slash and then the agate, tab to complete the agate file. And then you're going to write out this command here. So you're going to do dash dash content and then the path to content, which again for your server would be /home/ whatever your username is. Like for me here, my username is Zany. My server, it would be different, but your username / and then Gemini, because you made a folder called Gemini in your home folder. So that's where it is. That's going to be the path to content, and then do the / and then the two addresses, just copy and paste this in there. And then for your, again, you're going to copy and paste the rest of this, but for your example.com, put in your domain name that you actually purchased and put your DigitalOcean droplets IP address into the A name record. That domain name put there, and then just run that command and close the console out of your DigitalOcean. Like let the command keep running, and you now have a working Gemini site, just like that. Super simple, nothing too complex. And again, even as complicated as that might seem with me explaining it there, if you turn the speed of me explaining that down and then try and do it yourself, it will surprise you how easy it is. Again, if you follow the instructions on the Agate simple Gemini server, it really does make it simple. It is super simple to get your server set up, and the structure of Gemini is very simple. Inside of your Gemini folder, you can set it up differently, but really you've got your main index page, and then you might make a folder called log and create blog entries that go in there and that type of thing. But it's very simple to get started, and it's a joy to use. I absolutely love Gemini, and I hope you do too. Hopefully you also enjoy the videos in their 720p format, because really, in all honesty, I just think it's wasteful to make my videos in 1080p. I don't think most of you are watching full screened anyway, and yeah, I just don't think that most of you will really care. So this is my test. If you care a lot and you're like, no, you best be making this shit in 1080p, boy, let me know. And I'm pretty good at following directions when I want to. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.